Hi, thank you for joining us on this episode of Sports Bets for Free. My name is Scott Jenkins, your host, just a local sports bettor here in Phoenix, Arizona. And hopefully today with our picks and your picks, it's going to be another profitable day for you. Sunday, February 18th, basketball slate. Quite a bit of college basketball going on today. And then, of course, we're finishing up NBA All-Star Weekend with the All-Star Game itself. So we'll go through, excuse me. We will go through the college slate, and then I'll reiterate some of the picks we've got for the All-Star Game. And we are going to update those as Anthony Edwards now has made, I guess, his decision. He's going to shoot left-handed, which basically just took all his props off the board. What a putz. If he's actually going to do this, and he did it in the team drill last night, why make a mockery out of this game? So, I mean, I don't get it. I really don't. I mean, you're only a two-time All-Star. It's not like you've been in the All-Star for 20 years. You don't see guys like LeBron or KD or anybody else doing this stuff. So, a little disappointed in that one there. But we'll get started on this college basketball slate, get rolling with this. Like I said, there's a lot of games to get into, so let's get rocking and rolling into it. First game up, we're actually going to be on here. Florida Atlantic traveling to South Florida in this one. FAU's played pretty well all season. They haven't been as dominant in conference as I think a lot of people anticipated them to. They're about to fall out of the top 25. South Florida has played extremely well at home in this matchup here. And I think FAU's just maybe a little fatigue. Time to go back to they're looking for tournament time on this one. So we'll take South Florida here. Maybe they catch them in a little bit of a nap. South Florida plus 2.5 first half, plus 5.5 for the game. One more time, South Florida plus 2.5 first half, plus 5.5 for the game. Next game up, Wichita State going to Charlotte. This is not most years Wichita State team here, where they have 25 plus wins. They're under 500 this year. They're under 500 for a reason. They played below average at home and even worse on the road. Charlotte's had a pretty good solid conference year. So don't sleep on the Charlotte because it says Charlotte, right? So 6-point favorite at home, Charlotte is here. We're going to take them minus 3.5 first half, minus 6 for the game. One more time, Charlotte minus 3.5 first half, minus 6 for the game. Next game up, Loyola Chicago, one of the better teams in the conference, going to Rhode Island. They're laying 5. This number should be closer to 8. So with that disparity in it, we definitely like Loyola Chicago here to handle business and should cruise to a double-digit win, I think. Just have to shoot the ball well, play good enough defense here on Rhode Island, but should be, I think, a relatively easy win. Loyola Chicago minus 2.5 first half, minus 5.5 for the game. One more time, Loyola Chicago minus 2.5 first half, minus 5.5 for the game. Purdue, number 2 ranked team in the country, going to Ohio State. The attendance here is supposed to be through the roof at Ohio State. A home crowd, I think, is going to have a lot to do with this. Purdue is a good team. They are not, I think, unbeatable by any stretch. Don't see necessarily Ohio State maybe winning this game outright, but keeping it close for 30, 35 minutes is definitely a possibility here. So we do like Ohio State here, plus 4.5 first half, plus 8.5 for the game. One more time, plus 4.5 first half, plus 8.5 for the game. Next game up, we're going to be on Drake Murray State. Drake at home in Des Moines. They are a tough team. And not only that, you throw in home cooking here, makes it a little bit easier for Drake. So we like Drake today, minus 4.5 first half, minus 9.5 for the game. One more time, Drake minus 4.5 first half, minus 9.5 for the game. Another Iowa team that we're going to be on is actually UNI at home as a slight dog, going against Bradley. Number somewhere around 2.5 to 3, depending on where you got it. We did get this at 2.5, but there are 3s out there. So if you want that 3 to pull the push into play, not a bad idea. But UNI at home, a tough place to play. We'll roll with the whole home team here. UNI plus 1.5 first half, plus 2.5 for the game. UNI plus 1.5 first half, plus 2.5 for the game. Next game up, excuse me, North Texas, UAB. UAB has been a constant cash for us when they've been at home so far this season. North Texas had a good year, Their only way they're making the tournament is to win the conference tournament. But UAB has been, like I said, has been strong all season long. We don't see any reason why they won't be today. So UAB minus 1.5 first half, minus 2.5 for the game. One more time, UAB minus 1.5 first half, minus 2.5 for the game. Next game up, going to be, let's see. Looks like we missed one here. Sorry about that. Tulane, one of the worst teams in the conference, against East Carolina. East Carolina only laying 2 at home. This game's not going to be for the faint of heart. Not two great basketball teams here playing against each other. But we do like East Carolina to cover this small number at home. Minus 1 first half, minus 2 for the game. One more time. East Carolina minus 1 first half, minus 2 for the game. We've got a couple more games that we're on here. We'll get to those. We've got Seton Hall going to St. John's, going to MSG, Madison Square Garden to play this one. St. John's laying 6 at home. Big East Conference rule of thumb is just take the home team, and you're going to end up at a pretty significant clip. And we're going to continue to follow this throughout the rest of the regular season here. But we do like St. John's in this matchup at home to cover this number. So we'll take St. John's minus 3 first half, minus 6 for the game. One more time, St. John's over Seton Hall, minus 3 first half, minus 6 for the game. One of the last games of the day, and our favorite college basketball play, Rutgers going to Minnesota. Rutgers going to be getting 4 points on the road. I will say Minnesota, if you haven't been following along, best cover team in the country against the number. I believe they're 22-3, 21-3, something like that. They're 80+% cover rate. Now, they've been doing this mostly as a dog here. Rutgers has had a pretty good week, and everybody's going to look at Minnesota. The last couple games they've lost, but they had the lead at Iowa at half and had almost a 20-point lead to let it get away. They had the lead at half at Purdue as well. So we like Minnesota in this spot. Like I said, our favorite play of the day is on this game. We like first half. So Minnesota minus 2 first half, minus 4 for the game. One more time, Minnesota minus 2 first half, minus 4.5 for the game. We'll get into a little bit of NBA All-Star, so hopefully you got a chance to watch All-Star Weekend. Unfortunately, Ionescu did not beat Stephen Curry on that one. The Pacers, we did have them to win the skills challenge before they became the favorite when they were the dog, when it was plus 210. We also got McClung to win the dunk contest. I don't think too much was shocked there. Beasley couldn't get out of the first round. The jump shooter out of the group definitely kind of let us down on that one. But that's all right. No problem at all. We do like a couple things going on tonight. We like the over 363.5. That's our favorite play of the day. We've also got, let's see here. I do apologize here as we're kind of scrolling through. Jokic, we did grab him on Friday at under 8.5 points. Now it's down to 6.5. And I still might be tempted to take the under here, to be really honest. So Jokic kind of looks at the All-Star Weekend as it seems like it's a waste of his time almost, but he's not really there to score. Basketball is, you can tell, Jokic is one of the best players in the league, but you can definitely tell, he'd rather take the week off, I think, and fly back home rather than be there for the festivities. We mentioned, so we did take that, but we did take 8+ assists on him. Anthony Edwards, which we mentioned before, now I'm not seeing his props on the board at all this morning as we're looking through things. Is this left-handed bullshit's gotten out of control. And then we also took him as MVP. So we've got a little room to make up, so we're probably going to have to play a couple more plays here to kind of offset some things, especially if Ant-Man's going to be stupid and disrespect the game, which it sounds like that's basically what he's going to do. So just make sure you do check out the Google Sheets at the end of the show. In the comments section, it'll say docs.google.spreadsheet, bunch of other stuff behind it. You'll be able to check those out. And hopefully you got a chance to follow along on those as we did our UFC plays last night. As those turned out, UFC was profitable for us on that one. Then also golf going on as well. We made one more golf play today, so make sure you do check out those Google Sheets, and you can check out everything we got going on. Basketball, it'll be college basketball only until Thursday, and that's when the NBA is going to pop back onto the schedule. So Like I said, we've got those few plays for the All-Star game. And then also a big slate of college basketball that's going on today. So make sure you check everything out. And as always, if you can subscribe and get notifications to our YouTube channel, so we drop our bets, you get those first. It makes life really simple. Once you hit that subscribe button, turn notifications on for YouTube. You'll get a notification to your phone or device to let you know Sports Bets for Free has dropped some new bets. Give you plenty of time to match them up with your bets and give you that ton of confidence you need heading to the betting app or betting window. I do appreciate everybody's support as always and look forward to seeing you on the next episode.